Okay, this one's going to be an interesting one. I wonder what we're going to do with this. What we're going to, it's a newspaper clipping, but we're going to make it text. We want it nice and heavy. So the colour is going to be, it's a very nice picture. I don't know how it's going to work because newspapers are normally matte finish, and matte is a very difficult thing to reproduce nicely. Matte finish, a newspaper matte, and it's going to have a bit of, it's probably going to have some bleed through. So background removal, this is what you use to paper discoloration adjustment. I think bleed removal is what you use. So how far? We're going to go all the way down because it's a newspaper, but we're still going to, hopefully we can still pump up the text. Well, it's a picture, but I like to use the text enhance in an extreme sort of a fashion. So we're going to make it negative positive. Background colour won't work too well with matte finish like newspaper, so you're better off just leaving it, I think, because it looks wishy-washy sort of coloration. It's really yucky when you have wishy-washy colours like wishy-washy red. It's just another, wishy-washy is just another term for really light colour. A really light colour, it just doesn't look too good, in my opinion anyway. So we're just going to smash up the colours, so to speak. I don't know what we're going to do with the black. That's going up too. Okay, we want all the colours to look nice. So hopefully we can get a saturated looking image out of this newspaper. I'm wondering if we're going to go here. Just a little bit of red and the hue. Do we need the hue? No, we don't. Do we really need the red? I don't think so. And maybe we can use copy density and make it even darker. So we're just using them together. All right, let's see how we go. We've got to enlarge it. It's a funny size, but anyway, it is a snapshot from the Vivid Light Festival. And you can see it there, but it's written, I think that's Korean, that language. It came out of a foreign language newspaper. I think it's Korean. I'm not really an expert on this shit, so it's about the size of a B6 here and bigger than a B6, and it's just smaller than an A5. So this will be an interesting one to enlarge. Probably going to have a few goes at it at least, so we're just going to get rid of that and get rid of that. And we're just going to enter our zoom and see if we can work this out. So let's see how we go with this. So this one's going to be 100, and we're going to make that 190. And for the vertical, rather, not the horizontal, we're going to make it 100. Oh fuck! What are we doing? 190 also, but I think it's not going to be like that. I think it's going to be stretched in one direction. So let's see how we go with our first one, our first make ready. Let's see if this comes up a treat image wise, even if it doesn't come up straight away size wise. So the Vivid Light Festival, yes, I do love lights, like Christmas lights, but this is even better than Christmas lights. So if you're going to Sydney, this would be a really good place to go as a tourist. But that looks really strange. It looks really, it's sort of dull, like there's a lot of dull green, but that area looks nice. So I don't think putting a background colour would do it any justice, but I think we've made it a bit too big. So we're just going to, I think 190 and 190, that's a bit much. So I think we overkilled on the 190. So we're going to make the horizontal. We're going to make the horizontal 170, and we're going to make the vertical. The vertical will probably be 100 and, what are we doing, 170, or we're doing 100 and, we're going 160. So let's see if we can fit this one nicely to page. So let's see how it goes. That scanner is making that dreadful noise. I just can't ignore it. Let's see how we go. Okay, out it comes. Let's see what we got. That's looking better. I think we got the I think the vertical is quite accurate. The vertical might do a little bit of extra, but the horizontal is still too large. But yeah, it looks interesting. So now we're just going to go and make some more adjustments. We're going to take it from 170. We're going to make it a smaller value. So we're going to make it 100 and we're also going to go 160. So this might be a nice, so this one's going to be a little bit bigger than 160 for the vertical. So 160, what are we going to call it? 160, 164. We'll try and skim off the black edge on the bottom. Let's see how we go. So let's see if we can get this looking good. So let's see how this looks. See if we've made it. It's almost there. It's almost there. We've still got a little bit of black on the bottom, but maybe we can live with that. I think we're not going to make it perfect. It's not going to be perfect, so we're just going to go. I can just see the word colourful should be shown. It's just cut off some of the letters. So we're going to make the horizontal even smaller. So the horizontal's going to be made smaller. So I think we might have to go with 154%. So hopefully it won't be too small. We'll see how it goes. It's always hit and miss doing these. Sometimes you get it, sometimes it takes forever to get it. And this demo is going to be prolongated, as many of my demos are. Let's see how we go. Let's see if we've made this one come up nicely. So it's nearly there. It's nearly there. You can see the word C in the word colourful. I'm wondering if we're just going to keep it like that or maybe make it a bit smaller. We're going to go a bit smaller. So we're just going to go here and we're going to make it maybe 152%. So we're going to make it 152%, a bit smaller. Let's see how we go. See if we can make this famous festival, give it some justice through this demo. So let's see how that looks. Let's see if we've squared it off a bit better. It looks a bit better. Wondering if we're going to go any further or maybe we're just going to call it quits. We won't go be perfectionist. This is a newspaper clipping after all. So there you have it. Vivid Light Festival.